Welcome friends, we are going to study the chapter Determinants and Matrices. This chapter is included in the syllabus of Standard 11, 12, Polytechnic Maths and Engineering also. So let's start with the first topic, determinants. So what is a determinant? Determinant is an arrangement of numbers between two vertical lines in equal number of rows and columns. For example, if we write 4 elements like this in 2 rows and 2 columns, then this is called as a determinant of order 2 because there are 2 rows and 2 columns. Row is R1, R2, first row, second row, and column is C1, C2. And this is called as a principal diagonal or leading diagonal. Now let's look at another determinant. This is a determinant of order 3. As you can guess, right, as there are 3 rows and 3 columns, so this is a determinant of order 3. This is called as leading diagonal or principal diagonal. In standard 10, we have few problems of order 2 and we know how to evaluate its value. We are going to solve few problems of order 2 and then we will move on to the determinant of order 3. We will see how to evaluate the determinant of order 3 and their properties and different types of applications based on these determinants. So let's start with determinant of order 2 first. So this is our first problem. Let's evaluate the value of this determinant. What we do is, we first multiply these two terms, 8 into 3, and then subtract the product of these two terms, 4 into 2. So this is 8 3s are 24, minus 4 2s are 8, this is 16. So this type of problem is very easy to solve. We will take some different types of problems of order 2. Let's take another problem. Here we have to find the value of x. 2, 4, 5, 1. This determinant is given equal to 2x4 and 6, 1. The determinants are given as equal. Let's find the value. 2 into 1 minus 5 into 4 is equal to 2x into 1 minus 6 into 4. This is 2 1s are 2, 5 4s are 20, 2x into 1 is 2x, and this is 6 4s are 24. Now this is minus 18, 2x minus 24. I will take this minus 24 to the right side. Minus 18 plus 24 is equal to 2x. So this is 6 equal to 2x. Multiply will become divide here, and so the value of x will be 3. Let's take another problem. Cos theta minus sin theta and cos theta. The method is same. Cos theta multiplied by cos theta minus this sin theta multiplied by minus sin theta. Sin theta into minus sin theta. So cos theta into cos theta will become cos square theta, and minus sin into minus sin will become minus into minus is plus, sin into sin is sin square theta, and we know the formula sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. Let's see another problem of order 2. So the method is same. We will multiply these two terms first, x square minus x plus 1 into x plus 1, and then subtract the product of these two terms, x plus 1 into x minus 1. Now first we have to multiply these two brackets. What I will do is, I will multiply this bracket by x square first. So x square into x is x cube, then x square into 1 is 1x square. Now I will multiply this bracket by minus x, so the sign of each term will change because we are multiplying by minus term. So this is plus, it will become minus, x into x is x square, and this plus will also become minus, 1 into x is 1x. Now we are going to multiply the bracket by plus 1, so the signs will remain as they are. 1 into x is 1x and 1 into 1 is 1. Minus, here we can either multiply in a similar manner or we can use this formula also. A plus b is a square minus b square. We are aware of this formula. We are using this formula from standard 8 onwards. So x plus 1, x minus 1 will become x square minus 1 square. Now here few like terms are there. Plus x square minus x square will get cancelled. Plus 1x minus 1x will get cancelled. And what remains is x cube plus 1 minus, now I am taking out the bracket and there is negative sign in front of it. So the sign of each term is going to change inside the bracket. Now this is plus, it will become minus, and this minus will become plus. So the final answer now is x cube minus x square, and this 1 plus 1 is 2. So this is our final answer. Prove that for the determinant is x, y, 3x0. This is equal to 3x0, 5x and minus 4y. We have to prove that these two things are equal, that is LHS is equal to RHS. Let's see how to do it. I will first find the value of LHS. What is LHS? Left hand side, x, y, 3x, 0. Let's find the value. 4x into 0 minus 3x into y. So 4 into 0 into anything is 0 and 3x into y is 3xy. 0 minus 3xy is minus 3xy multiplied by 4. So the answer is plus into minus is minus 12xy. This is our left hand side. Now let's see what is the right hand side. Right hand side is 3x0, 5x minus 4y. Let's find the value. Keeping 3 as it is, x into minus 4y minus 0 into 5x. 3 as it is. This plus into minus will become minus 4xy, and this is minus 0. So leaving it, this is plus 3. Plus into minus is minus. So it will become again minus 12xy. This is our RHS. Hence the left hand side is equal to right hand side, minus 12xy, minus 12xy. Let's take one last problem of determinant of order 2, and then we will move on to determinant of order 3, how to evaluate its value. What we do is, the process is same. We multiply these two terms, 2i multiplied by 2i raised to 5 minus I cube multiplied by 3i. Here it is given that I is equal to minus of root 1. This value is given in the question. So what will be the multiplication? 2 2s are 4, plus into minus is minus I raised to power 6. This is I raised to 1 and this is I raised to 5. So it will become I raised to power 6. Then minus, what will be the multiplication here? 3 1s are 3 and I raised to power will become 4 here. Now first we have to find the value of I raised to 6 and I raised to 4. Then how to find it? We know that I is minus of root 1. It is given in the question. Then what we do is, we square on both sides. Squaring on both sides. What will happen is, we square on both sides. So this will become I square is equal to minus of root 1 square, and therefore I square will be equal to minus 1. Now if I square is minus 1, we know the value of I square, then we can easily find the value of I raised to 6 and I raised to 4. Now I raised to 4 can be written as I square to the power 2. So it is minus 1 square and therefore the value is plus 1. Similarly, I raised to 6 can be written as I square to the power 3. Therefore this will become minus 1 raised to 3 and the answer will be minus 1. One thing we must remember that if negative term has even power, then the answer becomes positive, and if the negative terms has odd power, then the answer becomes negative. That's why here minus 1 cube is minus 1, but minus 1 square is plus 1. Now we are going to put these values of I raised to 4 and I raised to 6 in our equation, and we can get the final answer. Minus 4 multiplied by I raised to 6 is minus 1. Then minus 3 multiplied by I raised to 4 is 1. So this is minus into minus is plus 4 and this is minus 3. 4 minus 3 is final answer is 1. So now I think you will be able to solve the problems of determinant of order 2. They are very easy to solve. Now let's move on to the determinant of order 3. Let's find how to evaluate its value. There are actually 6 ways of evaluating the value of order 3. Considering the first row, first number is 3 here. Now forget the row and column with number 3. Forget the row and column. What remains is 1 minus 2, 3, 1. 1 minus 2, 3, 1. Then we always subtract the second number. So it is going to be minus of minus 4. Always subtract the second number. Again forget the row and column of that number. So what remains is 1 minus 2, 2, 1. Now add the third term. Again forget the row and column of that number. What remains is 1, 1, 2, 3. Now we know how to determine the value of order 2. So we can easily find the value of this determinant now. 3, 1 into 1 minus 2 into 3. We will do it step by step. Minus into minus is plus 4. 1 into 1 minus 2 into 2. Then plus 5. 3 into 1 minus 2 into 1. Let's find out the value now. 1 into 1 is 1. Minus into minus plus. 2 3s are 6. Then plus 4 into bracket 1 minus minus plus. 2 2s are 4. And then the last bracket plus 5 multiplied by here 3 minus 2 1s are 2. So 3 into 7, 3 7s are 21. This is 5 into 4 is 20. And this is 1 into 5 is 5. So the answer is, this is 41 plus 5. The answer is 46. We found the answer considering first row. Now we will find the answer of the same question considering first column, for example. Okay. Now the answer is 46. Let's find the value of the same question, this time considering first column. Let's see how we get the answer. The method is going to be similar. This time we are going to consider the column. So first number is 3. Forget again the row and the column of that number. What remains is 1 minus 2, 3, 1. Now we always subtract the second number, minus of 1. Then again forget the row and column. What remains is minus 4, 5, 3, 1. And always add the third number, plus 2. Forget the row and the column. What remains? Minus 4, 5, 1 minus 2. Now we will solve this. I am doing it step by step. 1 into 1 minus 2 into 3. Then minus 1 multiplied by minus 4 into 1 minus 5 into 3. And then the last term plus 2 multiplied by minus 4 into minus 2 minus 5 into 1. So let's see now the next step. 3 multiplied by 1 1s are 1 plus minus into minus is plus, 3 2s are 6. Then minus 1 multiplied by minus 4 minus 15. And then plus 2. This is plus 8 and minus 5. 8 minus 5. So what will be the answer now? 3 into 7. 3 7s are 21. This is minus 1 into minus 19. and this is 2 into 3. So 21 minus into minus is plus, 19 on the 19, plus 2 3s are 6. So this is 25 and this is 21, and after addition the answer is same, that is 46. So now we can conclude that even if we consider any row or any column, we can find the value and the value is going to be same. So that is, we can evaluate the value of determinant of order 3 in 6 different ways. Let's see another problem. 3 minus 1 minus 2, 0, 0 minus 1 and 3 minus 5, 0. The method is same. This time we will consider the third row. Considering third row. Considering third row. So the first number is 3. Forget the row and column of that number. Minus 1, minus 2, 0, minus 1. Then subtract the second number. So it is minus of minus 5. Again forget the row and the column. What remains? 3 minus 2, 0 minus 1. And the last number is going to be 0. 0 into anything is 0. The last number, we always add the last number. Forget the row and the column. 3 minus 1, 0, 0. Now we have to find the value. 3 minus 1 into minus 1 minus 0 into minus 2. Then minus into minus is plus 5. This is 3 into minus 1 minus 0 into minus 2. And the last is 0 multiplied by anything is 0. So let's leave it. 3 multiplied by minus 1 into minus 1 is 1. This is minus into minus is plus. But 0 into anything is 0. So plus 0. Then 5 multiplied by minus 3. And this is again 0. So I will leave it as it is. Plus this 0. So now the answer is 3 ones are 3. And minus 5 3s are 15. So the final answer is minus 12. So we can find the value considering any row or any column. Let's take another problem of determinant of order 3. In this question, we have to show that the value of this determinant is 11i and I is minus of root 1. So let's start with the question. Considering the first row, first element is I. If we forget the row and the column of that element, what remains is I cube minus 2 minus 3 minus I. I cube minus 2 minus 3 minus I. Then we subtract the second term. Always subtract the second term. So minus of minus this term. Forget the row and column. 3i minus 2, 1 minus I. 3i minus 2, 1 minus I. Then add the third number. So I am adding the third number. Again forget the row and column. 3i I cube 1 minus 3. 3i I cube 1 minus 3. Let's solve this. This is I. Now what remains is I cube into minus I. This is minus of I raised to 4 minus 3 into minus 2. Minus into minus is plus 2i. 3i into minus I is minus 3i square minus 1 multiplied by minus 2. Plus into minus is minus 1. 3i into minus 3 is minus 9i and minus I cube into 1 is I cube. Now let's find the value of I raised to 4, I square and I cube. We know that I is minus of root 1. But I is minus of root 1. Therefore, if we square this, squaring, what we will get? I square is equal to minus of root 1 square, and therefore the value of I square will be equal to minus 1. And if I square is minus 1, then we can find the value of I raised to 3. I square into I. I square is minus 1 into I. So this is the value of I cube, and I raised to 4 can be written as I square into I square. I square is minus 1. So this is minus 1 into minus 1. The value will be 1. Now we are going to put the values of I square, I cube and I raised to 4 in this equation. So I am going to put the value. This is I minus I raised to 4. I raised to 4 is 1. Then this is minus again. Minus into minus is plus 6 plus 2I minus 3 multiplied by I square. I square is minus 1. Minus into minus is plus, 2 ones are 2. Then minus 1 minus 9I minus I cube. I cube is minus 1I. Now the next step is I minus 1 minus 6 is minus 7. Then plus 2I. This is 3 ones are 3, minus into minus is plus. 3 plus 2, that is 5. And then minus 1 minus 9I minus minus is plus 1I. So the next step is minus 7I plus 5 2s are 10I, and here the answer will be minus 8I minus 1 into minus 8I. So the next step, this is 3I minus into minus is plus 8I, and hence the final answer is 11I. The next problem is show that the value of this determinant is 1 minus 2 sine theta. This time we will try to solve it taking first column for example. So considering first column, what we write is sine theta, and then what remains, which determinant is formed, forget the row and the column of that sine theta. What remains is sine theta 1 1 1. Sine theta 1 1 1. Then always subtract the second term. So this is minus of minus cos theta. Then forget the row and the column. What remains is cos theta 1 1 1. Then always add the third term. And now what remains is forget the row and the column. Cos theta 1 sin theta 1. Sin theta into 1 is sin theta, minus 1 into 1 is 1, minus into minus is plus cos theta into 1 is cos theta, minus 1 into 1 is 1, and then plus 1 multiplied by cos theta into 1 is cos theta, minus sin theta into 1 is sin theta. Now I am multiplying the bracket. Sin theta into sin theta is sin square theta, minus sin theta into 1 is sin theta. Now I am multiplying by plus cos, so the signs will remain as they are inside the bracket. Here it has positive sign, so it will remain as it is. Cos theta into cos theta is cos square theta. 1 into cos theta is again cos theta. This time we are multiplying by plus 1, so the signs will remain as they are. Plus cos theta minus sin theta. Now are there any like terms here? So plus cos theta minus cos theta will get cancelled, and sin square plus cos square theta, we have the formula sin square theta plus cos square theta is 1. So this sin square plus cos square will become 1, and what remains is minus sin theta minus sin theta. So minus sin theta minus sin theta is minus 2 sin theta. Hence we proved that the value of this determinant is 1 minus 2 sin theta. Let's move on to another problem. So this is our next question. We have to solve for x. The value of the determinant is already given as 5, and we have to find the value of x. So let's start in a similar manner. Let's consider the first row again. The first number is x. So now what remains is, forget the row and column, x minus 2 3 1. Then always subtract the second number. Now what remains, forget the row and column, 3 minus 2 1 1. And then always add the third number. So what remains is 3x 1 3. And the value is already given to us as 5. Now this is x. X into 1 is 1x minus 3 into minus 2. Then this is minus 2. 3 ones are 3 minus 1 into minus 2 plus 1. 3 3s are 9 minus x ones are x is equal to 5. So now this is x, and inside the bracket x plus minus into minus is plus, 3 2s are 6, x plus 6 minus 2 into bracket 3, minus into minus is plus 2, 3 plus 2, then plus 1 into bracket 9 minus x is equal to 5. So this is, I am multiplying the bracket now, x into x is x square plus 6x, 5 into 2 is 10, plus into minus is minus 10. Again I am multiplying by plus 1, so the sign will remain as it is. 1 into 9 is 9, 1 into x is 1x equal to 5. Are there any like terms here? These two are like terms, these two are like terms. So it will become x square as it is, plus 6x minus 1x is plus 5x, minus 9 minus 10 plus 9 is minus 1 is equal to 5. I will take 5 here. X square plus 5x minus 1 minus 5 equal to 0, x square plus 5x minus 6 equal to 0. So now we have one quadratic equation. When we solve this, we will get the final values of x. So now let's solve this quadratic equation and find the value of x. The equation is x square plus 5x minus 6 equal to 0. So now let's see how to find the value of this quadratic equation. I hope most of you know how to solve the quadratic equation. We can write the answer in simple one step, write the two brackets. Answer will be x plus 6 and x minus 1. When we separate this, we can write this x plus 6 equal to 0 and x minus 1 equal to 0. Therefore x is minus 6 or x is plus 1. But if some of you don't know how to directly write the answer, how did you get x plus 6 and x minus 1 here, then I will explain this to you. How can we solve this in direct step? First we will do it step by step and then I will tell you how can we directly write the brackets. First we have to understand this is a quadratic equation, as the degree of this equation is 2. And this is the standard form of the equation where we write x square first, then x and then constant term. So if this is a quadratic equation in standard form, then what we do is we multiply in rough first and last term. 6 1 the 6. We are doing this rough. Now multiplication is 6. We have to find, forget about the sign, don't think about the sign. Okay, 6 1 the 6. Now we have to find two numbers whose multiplication is going to be 6. So either it's 6 1s are 6, we can take this pair, or 3 2s are 6. So most of the people get confused here, because if they think we want positive 5, then if they give this plus and this minus, they get answer positive 5, and if they give both the positive sign, the answer is again positive 5. So there is a confusion which numbers to split this 5x into, plus 6 minus 1 or plus 3 plus 2. So you can remember a very simple rule that if the last term of a quadratic equation is negative, then always give the sign of middle term to bigger number only. The factors were 3 2 and 6 1. If the last term is negative, give the sign of middle term to bigger number only. So if we take these two terms, the sign of positive will be to this, and similarly in case of this pair, the sign of positive will be to 3. So this is negative. Now the answer of this will be 5 and the answer of this will be 1. Now we can tell that this pair is of no use to us, because if we write plus 3 minus 2, the answer is going to be 1, but we need plus 5x. So now how can we split this term? We write first and last term as it is. In case of plus 5, what we do is we write plus 6x and minus 1x. Now we take common from first two and last two terms. X into x, I will take it directly. I take common x from both the terms. What remains is x plus 6 and 1 from both these terms. There is nothing common, so we can write 6 1s are. And so now we are taking 1 common, the sign is minus. What remains is x minus 6 here. But we do a magic and we write x plus 6 here. Always remember that the sign, whichever sign is here in this bracket, we need to give that sign in this bracket. How do we do that? Why are we doing this magic? Because it is Sometimes we forget that whenever we take common the negative sign, we have to change the sign of number inside the bracket. So we are taking minus common, so we must change the sign of numbers inside the bracket. This number was negative, it became positive, but we write this as it is. We don't change the sign, and there the question goes wrong. So always remember a simple thing. Whichever sign is there in this first bracket, you give it in the second bracket, and so the sign will automatically get corrected and the problem will not go wrong. So the first, now this bracket is common to us, x plus 6, and what remains now is x minus 1. Now we separate this multiplication of the two brackets is 0. That means either this bracket should be 0 or this bracket should be 0. Then therefore either x is minus 6 or x is plus 1. How did we write directly the two brackets? It is very easy to understand. As we know that the factors are plus 6 and minus 1, we can directly write in one bracket x plus 6 and in another bracket x minus 1. But we can directly write only in case of there the coefficient is 1 of x square. If this coefficient is not 1, there is some other number, 2, 3, 4, any number, then we have to follow this method and form the two brackets. We can directly write only when the coefficient of x square is 1. Let's move on to another problem. So this question is solved for x, and we have given the determinant, value of the determinant as 0, and we have to find the value of x. So let's consider the first row. We take the first row, first number is 2, forget the row and column, 3 minus 4 minus 5, 3. 3 minus 4 minus 5, 3. Always subtract the second number is 1, subtract the second number, what remains is minus 1 minus 4, 0, 3. And always add the third number. Now what remains is, always add the third number, minus 1, 3, 0, minus 5. Now let's solve this. 2, 3 3s are 9 minus 5 into minus 4. 3 3s are 9 minus 5 into minus 4. Minus 1 into 3 is minus 3, and 0 into anything is 0, plus x plus 1 multiplied by minus 5 into minus 5 is plus 5 minus 0 into any number is 0 is equal to the value is given as 0. So the now next step is 2, 9 minus 5 4s are 20, minus into minus is plus. So this minus will remain as it is. This is going to be like this, 5 4s are 20, this is minus minus plus. So the plus minus will remain as it is, plus minus is minus. Minus 1 into minus 3, then plus x plus 1 into 5 is equal to 0. Now let's solve this further. This is minus 11. Minus 11 into 2 is minus 22. Minus into minus is plus. 3 ones are 3. 5x plus 5. 5x plus 5 is equal to 0. Let's solve this further. This is minus 19 plus 5x plus 5. This is now 14 minus 14 plus 5x. 5x will be equal to 14, and the value of x is equal to 14 divided by 5. So we are almost now to the end of evaluating the value or evaluating the determinant of order 3. After one or two problems, we will move on to the properties of determinant. What are the different types of properties? We will see how the properties are formed, and then how to use the properties to find the values of the determinants. There are many questions of that type where you are not expected to expand like this, but you have to find the value using the properties of determinants. We will see it later on. So this is our next question. We have to show that the value of this determinant is this, and from that find the value of this determinant. So let's first see how to find the value of this determinant. We will consider the first row. Forget the row and column of that number. What remains is B, 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 C. Now we always subtract the second number. What remains is, forget the row and column, A, B, A, C. and we always add the third number. What remains is AB. Let's find the value. B into C is BC, minus B into B is B square, minus A. This is AC minus AB, and plus A. AB minus AB. So this is going to be 0, because 0 into any number is 0. We can take B common from this bracket. We are taking B common. What will remain inside is C minus B. From this bracket we can take A common. There is already one A outside, we are taking one A common. So now what remains is again C minus B, and this is 0. So this bracket C minus B is common, we can take that common, and now what will remain is AB minus A square. Again from this bracket we can take A common. Now what remains is B minus A. We are almost now to the end of our question. Here there are two brackets, B minus C, A minus B, and here we have C minus B and B minus A. So what we can do is, I can write this as A minus B. For that I will have to take minus common, and here also C minus B I can write it as B minus C. There also I have to take minus common. I can write it as minus 1, and this A is multiplied to this bracket. So this minus into minus will become plus, and the final answer will be A minus B, B minus C, and into A. So this is our final answer. We have proved that the value of this determinant is A into B minus C into A minus B. Now from this answer we have to find the value of this determinant. It's very easy. You can compare the two determinants. Here there was A, and here it is 3. Wherever there was A, there it is 3, and the B is here 5, and the C is here 7. So what we have to do is just put the values of A, B, C in this answer, in this RHS, and we will get the value of this determinant. So we are going to do that now, just putting the value in this answer of the determinant, value of the determinant. So 3, 3, 3, 3, 5, 5, and the last row is 3, 5, 7. To find the value, we only put the value in this answer. A is 3, then B minus C, B minus C, here it is B, here this is C. So 5 minus 7. And A minus B, here it is A, here it is B. So A minus B is 3 minus 5. So 3 into minus 2 into minus 2, minus into minus is plus, 3 2s are 6, 6 2s are 12. So this is our final answer. So friends, I hope you have understood the concepts really well, and those who have watched the video till the end, I am sure they will definitely be able to solve different types of problems. In our next video, we are going to see what are the different properties of determinants and what are the uses of those properties, how to use the properties to find the values of different determinants. What is area of triangle, what is the concept of collinearity, what is Cramer's rule. We will see all the topics one by one. I would request you to please comment on the video also, and please press the bell icon so that you are notified when I release my next video, and please share and subscribe to my channel. Stay safe, stay healthy. We will meet soon. Till then, goodbye.